Hello everyone, welcome to the Apache Halloween YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be unboxing Spirit Halloween's 2020 Uncle Charlie. Okay, let's open this guy up. I've had this guy for about 2 years now. Got him brand new back in 2020. It was the first animatronic I got in 2020. And I really like this guy because I always liked Uncle Charlie. But knowing how hard it was to get an original model, this was the best bet. But as you can see in my videos, I was lucky enough to actually find the original Uncle Charlie, so now I have both of them. Anyways, let's start the unboxing. So, got some phone tubes. Here's the other one, it's a little bent. Here's his hand with lollipop. It's all one piece. Different from the original model. Here's his other arm. Here is his hat, right here. It's going to need some work done to it in order to get it to the right shape. Here is his head. Looks a little messed up from storage, but it should be okay. Here he is though, if you can see that. Got to do some work to him, but he should be okay. Here is his candy bucket. There it is. It's attached to his hand, like that. His hands are plastic. Okay. Here's his waist piece. And here comes everything else on it. It's all in like one part. So here we have hip loop, his control modules right here, with his IR sensor, box, motor, everything there. Got his instructions, which are actually just a simple paper and they're colorized. Here are his shoes, you know, your typical seasonal visions. Red plastic shoes, thin plastic. You got his clothing here. Power plug. Poles. And last but not least, your base. Here is the base. So that's everything in the box. So now, let's set him up. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to want to start off with is his base, right there. The next thing that we're going to want to do is connect his poles. They're all the same, these four are at least. Plop them on. But while I'm doing this, I'll put the shoes on. And then they have the little hooks on the base so the shoes don't go everywhere. Let me complete. Once I have all these four poles locked in place, I will put the foam over these poles. Now, next thing I suppose I should do is put his pants on. So let me pull those out of his baggie here. Now they're simple pants. They have elastic around the top of them, and they got elastics on the bottom. So how I usually put them on, run my hands through the pant, create an opening, slide each pant leg down the pole, like that. Next thing I believe we need to do, this looks like it should go right here. So here's his hip loop, and it's mounted onto the poles. Snaps lock in, and then we can pull his pants up right there. And then bring the elastics around the bottom of his shoes to complete that look. So there are his pants. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna do is take his control module, and I already put his waist loop on. So now I'm able to just snap lock this in. You have to put the waist loop on before you connect this part, or else you won't be able to get it together. And I already ran the power cord up through his legs, so now I'm able to just plug it in without having to deal with that while everything else is on him. Next, I'm going to put his head on. Here's his head. Very nice. So let me get some light in there for you. There it is. All latex, mouth moves, eyes light up, all that, you know. And he's got his red and black wires. I'm going to run them through into the mechanism, like that. Tuck his latex around this loop so it's not sticking out. Just gives him a more tidy look. And then I'm going to connect the red and black wires together. There we go. Now the next part that I'm going to put on is his white undershirt. Now, there's a Velcro strip right there that you're going to connect it to, and then you wrap it around this metal circle that is around his actual head, and just Velcro it from the back. And there you go. You got his tie, and then you got to connect his sensor, which has a Velcro strip on the back as well. And there it is. Now, what I would do is put on his actual jacket. Here's his jacket. It's a heavier material, stiff, probably to give it some structure for him. But let's see here. This probably just goes around him like so. And then you just Velcro his buttons on together. Like that. So now you have his jacket on and his undershirt. Fix his bow tie for you. Now we need to run his arms through the sleeves, and I'll do a lollipop hand first, probably because it's easier. There we go. And then he has a Velcro strip that's on his hand, and you just Velcro sleeve to the hand, and there is his left hand. Now for his right arm, just gotta put the pole into the sleeve and then be able to connect it. I like to roll the sleeve up before you put it on the L-shaped part of the arm. Just makes it a little easier, and then you are able to pull it through like that. You want to leave this open because now you have the hand with the bucket. And then you just got a Velcro strip just to fix the arm in place. And now all that's left is his hat. The hat's made out of a almost reflective material compared to the old one. It's a little brighter of a color, more flamboyant, but the hair is still very similar. And you just put the hat on. And then you can adjust it, play with it as much as you want or need to. After seeing it in storage, might take some trial and error to get the hat to fit the way you want it to. But yeah, he's basically done. I'll get him more adjusted, and then I'm going to do a comparison between the new Uncle Charlie and the old Uncle Charlie. So let me cut ahead in the video and I'll get right there to it. Alrighty, so here are the two models put together. This is the 2010, this is the 2020 version. It is great to see the difference in how far animatronics have come over the past 10 or so years. Because even though these clowns are supposed to resemble each other, they are two totally different clowns. Different animatronics, to be more generic. Some of the more obvious things are the face and the hat. You can clearly tell great differences with those. This is the hat. This hat is more orangish, while this one has a yellow pearlish coating to it. The lollipops are clearly different. This lollipop is able to be removed, while that one is stuck on the hand. Bow ties are clearly different. The physique of these animatronics are totally different. Well, the 2010 bears a more overweight physique, while this is more slim. The teeth on the sculpt are one of my, I think that's the coolest thing between this and that, as these teeth are more sharp and intimidating. You can tell the flowers look very similar. I believe the reason why this one is faded is just because of its age. I think it was a lot more vibrant when it was new, especially with that yellow. The hands are both made out of plastic. However, 2010's Charlie's plastic seems to be more thick. Same with the head, but we all know this is latex. The makeup around the eyes are very similar. The pupils and actually eyeballs are a little different between the two. The buckets look they look similar, but they are different. This one looks like it has more professional finish to it, while that one looks like it was actually hand painted. And then there's tears in the clothing. However, there is no tears in the pants on the 2020 model, while there are in the 2010. Another thing I'd like to address with the 2010 model is the fact that people might say that his structural integrity is not the greatest. And while there have been improvements made over the years, I hear that if you were to pick this guy up, he's going to fall apart. But while that is true, as mine did not come with any push pins like modern animatronics, there are still holes in the poles that you can put screws through, and then you will be able to pick him up by the leg poles and be able to move him wherever you please. Another thing I did to improve this guy is I put foam pool noodles on the legs and the arms to thicken up his physique, just to make him look more of a human figure. And one great difference between these two are the sensors. This one can pick up much better than this one. This one needs to have light shining directly into the photocell in order for it to sense and trigger him. But without farther ado, I am going to demo these guys one at a time. I'll cut ahead in the video and we'll get right to it. Okay, so I'm going to now activate each one and go through their phrases, but I'll only do one at a time so it doesn't get too hectic.
Step right up. The voice to live an hour inside wins the prize. Want a little candy? Come on. I won't hurt you much. It's all fun and games till somebody loses their soul. Don't worry. Clowns scare me too.
Want a little candy? Come on. I won't hurt you much. Come here, take a little bite. You know you want to. It's all fun and games till somebody loses their soul. Don't worry. Clowns scare me too. Step right up. The voice to live an hour inside wins a prize.
So there they are, the 2020 Uncle Charlie and the 2010 Uncle Charlie in all their glory. Even though they look very similar, they are very different. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've made it to the end, it is very much appreciated, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. And please subscribe and like the video, as there's gonna be more to come. And thank you.